He'll give us a Great Dragon Pearl. And we can just now walk into the cave. We will be doing one more save teleport on Tatooine. And it's right up here. We want to skip talking to Darth Bandon. So we're going to come up right near the transition between dark and light sand. Or, I don't know what this is. Rock and sand. And then do another save teleport. So we skip the activation of his cutscene, or the conversation with him. And that way, we don't have to worry about him. Aim your head at this spire. And then go through this loading zone. On the other side of the load, we're going to just return to the Ebon Hawk. And then go back in. And we're going to upgrade our lightsaber. Replace Jinru with the Great Dragon Pearl. And then give this lightsaber the other two crystals that you have. And you can also upgrade Mission's lightsaber as well. And now we're ready. Ready to head out to Kashyyyk.
What happened?
But we get intercepted by the Leviathan.
Sith interdictor ship. They must have been waiting for us on the hyperspace route. We're caught in their tractor beam.
Do you recognize the ship?
It's the Leviathan. Saul Carrett's vessel. My old mentor.
Alright, so you have an option of sending any of your party members except
Admiral
Karth, Bastila, and yourself, and the Wookiee, to save you. We choose Juhani because it's the fastest. The second fastest would be Canderous, followed by... I'm not sure which one was the next. It's probably Mission. So just hit 4 and then 2 to choose Juhani.
Karth, it has been far too long since we last spoke. I see the recent months have not been complete.
After selecting Juhani, just mash through the rest of the dialogue.
Hey, George.
I shall not be seen.
When you gain control of Juhani, auto level her up, and then use Burst of Speed. Also throw a quick save in for good measure. You'll want to jump to this guy, and then go into this door to get the security key in the footlocker. Alright, so right here, you can do a force skip to skip this guy's small cutscene. I do that by using a force power right when I hit a certain location on the ground. It's not pixel precise. I mean, it's not frame perfect, so there's at least a little bit of leniency. Turn on force speed and grab your gear back and equip everyone. You can give Karth the combat armor that you saved, auto level him up, auto level up Bastila, and equip her with the Vibrasword and Sith lightsaber. And whichever Jedi robe you saved. Now we're going to go all the way across and into the elevator. Your party does not need to be nearby for that transition, but they do need to be nearby for the next few transitions. Alright, so I'm going to attack this guy and the Sith guard over here. You don't need to attack both, but it sometimes helps. Helps keep your party together.
Ready?
What can I do?
Where am I? Okay. Come this way. Don't turn around. Okay, so we want to go all the way to the right, out from the elevator on the right, and then take the first left. Kill the first Sith guard. Open the armory and get the spacesuit.
Ready?
Yes?
What?
Try not to let your guys stray into any of the side rooms, because there are a ton of guys in there and they will die. Which means you'll have to fight them. Alright, so come to the last door in the center hallway on the left. Be sure to use Night Valor and run in. Try to get to the back and open the door. Is Karth going to be the hero today?
Yes? Yes?
Yep,
Ready.
Karth is the hero. Open the door with melee attacks
Yes.
and then go through.
I'm here.
Now take the long walk out in space. And then we're going to go into this airlock. This will get us to the bridge. Past a door that we couldn't open before. Re-equip everyone's weapons because they were removed. And heal anyone who needs it. Luckily I have a level up remaining.
Yes?
Yes?
Ready?
Yes?
Yes?
Alright, so I'm going to use an Achani Battle Stimulant, Hyper-Adrenal Strength, and Night Valor and Night Speed for my guy before this fight. Because there are 5 Sith troopers, and they actually do quite a bit of damage.
How'd you like that?
So go all the way up to the door to the bridge, and then save in a separate location. Because we're going to do a skip on Salkareth, which can softlock the game. So what we want to do here is open the door and then save immediately afterwards. And then right after that save finishes, save again, and then load. And that's what it looks like. If it's done right, you'll keep your party, and you won't have to talk to Kareth at all. Just come in, talk to or interact with the computer, open the docking bay doors, and then log off, and then leave. If you're too late with the second save, then you'll start talking, then the conversation with Salkareth will begin, and both Karth and Bastila will be removed from your party. Which means the game will softlock because they have to be there for when you encounter Malik later on. So when we come out from the bridge, we're going to take a left and then go all the way down back to the elevator where we came from. This time we have to have our party together to use the elevator. And then go to the third location. Candors was taught to you again. Alright. And now we just run down the hallway. So before we talk to Malik at the end of the hallway, Karth should either be healthy or dead. So he's healthy right now. If he's hurt but not dead, then the force push that Malik gives him right here,
Down you go!
right there, will kill him. And that will actually softlock the game. It happened to me several times, and it was very, very annoying. Alright, and now we get to fight Malik for the first time.
You cannot hide.
So 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 4, then 1. Conversation sequence. Alright, I'm low on health, so I'm just going to use advancement back. The first fight with Malik is simple. All you need to do is get into half health and then quarter health. So after I get knocked down from Force Whirlwind, I click to open the door, then activate Force or Night Speed, go through several doors, activate Night Valor, then fight Malik again.
I'll hold Malik
Alright,
off.
and
You
now
two
we
get out
get
of here.
to
Find the Starforge.
leave.
No.
The Leviathan.
No!
And that'll be it. This should be the only fighter segment that we had to do in the entire game. When it fades to black, I split for the Leviathan.
Incoming fighters!
That fighter segment can be done slightly faster, but not much. Mash through that conversation. It's not important. Sometimes, you'll be sent to Dantooine. Seems to be most of the time now. Okay, this is weird. Okay. So that guy will... The guy that you usually find on your fourth planet, will come talk to you on Dantooine. But that's okay. We have Bastila back. Am I gonna have to fight again? Nope. Sometimes during that segment, that load, it will force you to fight fighters one more time. Bastila is back because we did a cutscene skip. And it doesn't really know what to do. So it puts Bastila back in her party, even though she shouldn't be there. Alright, so now we're on Kashyyyk.
Hold here.
Hit 4 to get through that conversation.
This is what?
Hit 5 to get through that one. Stay close to the wall to avoid the mine. And jump to the Kinrath. Sometimes when you tell your guy to force jump, he'll turn around and try to attack the someone that he's attacked before. Like right here. Turning around. So, to avoid accidentally force jumping far behind me, I try to break line of sight with any enemies not in the direction that I want to go. And then, when I start to walk towards them, I just stop moving, or I tell myself to tell my character to move in a different direction. And then I give him the same force jump command. After talking to that Wookiee chieftain, they send you outside of the room. You can use a force skip to skip the little animation of you exiting the building. And that just entails using a force power right after the area loads. Just keep running through the Great Walkway. Using force jumps whenever you can. You can actually sneak by these guys. You don't have to fight them at all. Alright, try to get on the elevator and use 2 to tell him to unlock it and take you down. And now we meet Jolie Bindo. Jolie Bindo is kind of a gray Jedi, but he's actually more of a light side tendency. But we're not going to follow Jolie to his house right now. We have something else we need to do first. we need to scare off these hunters.
Who are you?
1-4, we'll get through that conversation. And then for this
You
one,
want any?
1-1-3, 1-2. Then
You want any?
1-1-2.
What?
And now I've turned off their defenses so that the wild animals can come and
Run! Run!
run them away. Run them off. Alright. Now we can go back to Jolie.
Whoa!
1-1-1-1-3, and then mash. You have to have Jolie with you, so just activate solo mode. Head past where the hunters were. One, two, will open the force field for you. And because it's opened at the end of a conversation with Jolie, he doesn't need to be nearby. Okay, so I activated solo mode at the beginning of this area as well, because I don't need Jolie to follow me to the star map. He'll actually teleport there himself. Talk to the computer and use 2 to get the star map immediately. Since we've already had the realization that we are Revan, that have another Leviathan, we do not have to do much else with the this guy right here. He'll just give us the star map immediately.
Sure.
Apparently there's a mine right there. I had no idea. Learn things every day. Alright, so turn off the solo mode. And now we're gonna have to fight our way back. Because Jolie wants to fight a lot. Even though he's not very good at it. Alright, so as long as these Mandalorians keep fighting the Wookiee, Jolie won't try to fight them as well, because they're not in combat with us.
Yes?
So now I just gotta wait for him to follow us. There he is. Whoa. That's not happened before. That's interesting. Okay. So just activate solo mode here as well. And I'm gonna take Jolie. Oops. I need to auto level him up so he gets burst of speed. I'm going to take Jolie this way. All the way back. because when I talk to the Wookiee who controls the elevator, if I talk to him as the main character, I have to wait until I'm out of combat to talk. But if I'm Jolie, all I have to do is go talk to him, and it'll do a transition to where it's not Jolie that he's talking to, but it's actually the MC that he's talking to. Also, since the area is changed at the end of a conversation, we don't have to have both characters or the entire party nearby. So yeah. One will take you back up.
Sure.
Alright, and now we gotta just make it back across the Great Walkway. Unfortunately, it's littered with Kinrath. Generally, you have to pay attention to Jolie to make sure he doesn't run off on his own trying to fight someone. Enemies that you don't want him to fight. Like that guy. Or those guys over there. We want him to fight as few people as possible, so even though those guys aren't fighting us, he'll go attack them anyway. So let's see if we can manipulate both of our guys.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yes? Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
There we go. We only got one of them. There we go. Just try to make sure that neither of your characters die during this run back. Otherwise you'll have to kill a lot of Kinrath with one of your people. Hopefully it's only Jolie that died, because Jolie fighting these things would take forever. Alright. And now that we're back at the landing zone, we can go to the Ebon Hawk. Alright, so we're going to do one more cutscene skip right here as we go to the Starforge system. This skips the Bastila being tortured scene. And it also allows us to skip... Oh man.
Incoming fighters.
Sometimes, or usually, it'll allow you to skip this fighter segment as well, since we're already at the Starforge system. Okay, so skipping that allowed us to skip the Bastila torturing set cutscene and the MC talking to Karth on the Ebon Hawk before that. That one happens right before you do the turret segment. Alright, so since we did the Return to Ebon Hawk, we get spawned behind the Rakatan warriors when we leave the Ebon Hawk. So it also saves a little bit of time there. Before we go too far, we want to start activating Chani Battle Stimulant, Hyperadrenal Strength, Hyperadrenal Stamina, and Alacrity. Once we walk towards these guys, they'll show up and we say 1, 3, and get them to take us to the 1. The 1 wants us to help him gain control. or get into the temple. But the elders don't want him to. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 4 is the conversation sequence. So we're going to side with the elders. Run towards this side, this corner. Use Night Valor, save, and then load. That lowers the amount of people that you have to fight. The save and load does. Make sure you pick up Drain Life, because that'll be very important for the final battle. Alright, so now we wait until we get out of combat, and then talk to this guy. Just mash through that conversation. Yep. Yeah, build. We're almost there. I'm going to save teleport across the way into this room to grab the ship parts. Save teleport here as well. And then force jump a few times. Alright, we're going to do another force cancel there, and then save teleport across the way. Jump to the Cotton Warrior, and then round the corner. If you do this just right, running out of the loading zone at least, you can skip past all of those enemies without any of them turning to attack you. But you have to be fast when you start running out of the loading screen. Alright, so we go towards this settlement entrance. And say you seek the Starforge. Okay, so for some reason the screen went black, but that's alright. Okay, now we talk to the elders. Just mash through the conversation. They're easy enough to convince. Thanks for the follow, Graham Kelly 21. I hope you enjoy what you see. Keep mashing through the return conversation. And now you can leave. Use the Rancor to force jump. I got lucky there. Sometimes you aren't able to get a double force jump. Alright, so now we go to the elders and have them lower the barrier. Listen to some chanting. Alright, so at the end of this dialogue that I'm just going to mash through, we can click the quick menu button, or any of the quick menu buttons, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click the, hopefully the map menu button, so that I can take someone out of my party. So I'm going to remove Jahani. I removed Jahani from my party because it's easier to keep control over
Lord Mayor, the
one party
preparations are
member,
nearly complete.
one additional
Every
party
day
member
the
than
Staff
two.
Forge adds more ships to our fleet. It is operating at nearly 300% of our projections.
And I
The fleet
removed
is
specifically
assembling around
Jahani
the Staff
because
Forge and awaits your instructions.
Jolie helped me get into the Ebon Hawk quicker.
Apprentice is nearly ready. Once Bastion adjoins the battle meditation, to
This
our
is the favorite scene
enormous
of
fleet, we shall be
some of the
invincible.
people in my chat.
Then we shall begin our final conquest of the core worlds, and the Republic will be crushed forever.
As you wish, Lord Malak.
Alright. So we get inside the temple, and we go left. We're gonna force jump to the patrol droids. Hopefully you kill them in one hit each. If you have all your stems still active, you probably will. Okay, we opened this door, but we switched to some sort of physical weapon. Usually I use Mission's Vibroblade and the prototype Vibroblade, but unfortunately Karth stole one of them. He kept one during the during the Leviathan dialogue. We switched to a physical weapon because we need to kill these droids with shields, and their shields absorb energy, and that's the type of damage that lightsabers do. No build. Alright, so here's one puzzle in the game. We don't really have very many puzzles we do in the run, but we have to do this one. So, we start standing here. Wait, no, it's just going to show me it again. Walk across, walk back one, then walk across this way, and then back and forth. So we start here, move to this corner, move to the middle, move over to this middle, then from corner to corner. Alright. That opens the door so we can talk to the computer. The sequence is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. And don't talk to him again. If you switch to Jolie and then remove or turn off solo mode and then just walk to the door, your guy will generally follow you towards the door. I don't do that all the time, so I'm not sure how frequently it works. Well, looks like Jolie
Yes,
doesn't
sure.
want to follow me.
Yes.
Where are you, Jolie?
Sure.
All the way back there? Thanks.
Yes. Sure. Yes?
Do a run for real, is what someone in the chat suggests.
Sure.
I might end up doing one, but
Yes?
probably not today. I will do another run later in the week though. I'll stream a few more times. I think tomorrow I might be doing some races with Dr. Applesponge. Master the conversation with Bastila. And just fight her. And then master the second conversation. Yes, the hype is real when I get a PB on a tutorial run. Alright, so when you defeat Bastila, you need to go and interact with the computer. Just press all ones until the computer decides to kick you out. That's 3 ones. And then go back towards the Ebon Hawk. Oh, someone got in the way of my force jump. Alright.
Let's see what you got.
Mash through this conversation as well. And then you'll be sent
back.
inside
Where's
the
Bastila?
Ebon Hawk.
Is she alive? What happened inside that temple?
But you can't just fly straight to the Starforge right now because the hyperdrive has been damaged. So go interact with that. That's what the parts were that you got earlier. And then go to the Starforge.
The Republic fleet
And
must
here's
have
the
gotten a
last
message I
cutscene
sent
that
as we were crashing into that planet.
can't really
I'm
skip.
picking up a transmission from them now.
This is Admiral Thorn Dodonna to the Ebon Hawk. Do you read us?
Admiral Dodonna, this is KotOR. We're receiving your transmission.
Does anyone in the chat have questions?
I'm glad to see you're still alive.
This will be
We've begun our assault on the Starforge, but we're taking
a good time to
heavy losses.
ask
How
and
did the Sith
answer.
ever manage to build something of this scope?
The
'Cause this
Starforge
cutscene
wasn't
takes a while.
constructed by the Sith, Admiral. We don't have time for me to fully explain it, but that space station is far older than you can imagine.
Maybe we should pull the fleet back and retreat. I don't know if we have the firepower to go up against this alien technology.
You can't do that, Admiral. The Starforge is a factory of immense power. It's been churning out the capital ships, snub fighters, and assault droids that have powered the Sith war effort. You have to destroy the Starforge now, or you'll be fighting an unending wave of
Well,
reinforcements.
I
Then
am.
I guess we have
I am explaining as I go along. So, and I also had to pause several times to explain.
To start bombarding the Starforge. The Sith fleet is too well organized. It's like they can guess our every move and counter our every strategy.
It's because of Bastila,
So,
Admiral.
coming up in the
She turned to the
Starforge
dark side and became Malak's apprentice.
is a collection
We
of
suspect she's
5
somewhere on that space station
save
right
buffers.
now, using her
No,
battle
4 save
meditation
buffers and
against
1
you and your fleet.
force
This is
cancel.
Master Vandor. A number of Jedi Knights have joined our fleet under his command.
If Bastila is using her power to augment the Sith, then Malak's fleet is invincible. Our only hope is to somehow stop Bastila from using her battle meditation.
How can we do that if she's on the space station?
I will send a squadron of Jedi Knights to the Starforge to find Bastila. Their small ships will be able to fly through the Sith blockade and dock on the space station. If they can find Bastila, they may be able to distract her attention from the battle overhead. That should allow you to move your capital ships into position for a final assault on the Starforge itself.
I hate to ask this after all you've done, Karth, but the Jedi may need all
I really
the
wish
help
that there was a way to skip this cutscene,
Don't worry, Admiral. The Ebon Hawk and her
but
crew are going to see this through.
the normal cutscene skip
May the Force
doesn't
be with you.
work here. Doesn't work for this one. So there might be another way, but I don't know how to do it as of right now. So now we're going to go right ahead. Right outside is the force skip. So switch to horsepower, just use it. I use Shift 4 to switch to Night Valor and then press 4 to skip. That skips the conversation with those Jedi. So here's the second one. About right there, the third line down, 1, 2, 3, is the line for the cutscene. So I'm going to use a save buffer to get through it. Alright, there we go. I've skipped that cutscene, but unfortunately it means that these guys I can't get past. But if I click on the door behind them and then try to move to it, the pathfinding will push me around it. Luckily enough. If you run against these droids for long enough, they'll move. It's simply a way for enemies to not get you stuck in a corner. But we can use it to our advantage here. Alright, so here's another force skip. No, not force skip. Save buffer. So notice one thing. When I'm saving, it always fades back in from black. But when after I go through the cutscene, and the cutscene's triggered, it won't fade back from black, but I still have the same amount of time that I do when it's fading back from black to save again, so I don't trigger the cutscene. Okay, so now it's no longer fading back from black. You don't have to go this far. The not fading back from black is your signal that you've triggered a cutscene and you can now save and then load. Just save one more time and then load after you see that it's not fading back from black. Here's the fourth one, not fading back from black. So save and load, and we skip the cutscene. So that's how you determine when you can stop saving and loading for those sort of cutscenes. Dialogue conversations usually are the same, but not always. After we go out there, we're gonna take a left, go through this door. Also, for this segment, ever since about right here, I've had Night Valor activated because all these Dark Jedi like to use powers that will slow me, but all those powers actually are poisons, treated as poisons, and Night Valor grants immunity to poison. So that keeps me able to move quickly throughout. Talk to the computer. 115 is the sequence. Go. And now these turrets are deactivated and we can go through this door. If the turrets aren't deactivated, then the door is locked. You either have to kill the turrets or shut them off with a computer. Here's the last save buffer. It's based on time, so give it a few saves with some time in between them, and then load. And we'll see what that does in a second. The effect of that is not readily apparent, other than it skipped the cutscene. Alright, we're going to activate stims again. Chani Battle Stimulant. Strength. stamina. And then we gotta kill these 3 guys. I try to go all the way to this guy up here because if they use force wave or force push, that means they'll just push me back towards the wall. There we go. Since there were a whole bunch of Sith apprentices coming up, I couldn't figure out which one was which. You only need to kill the 3 that are there at the very beginning. Alright, so here's what the skip did. It canceled the cutscene between Bastila and Malik. It doesn't take any more time for her to walk from all the way over there to in front of me. It actually just keeps her from being able to activate her lightsaber.
I see now why Malik followed you. I can't.
So that actually saves some time, that cutscene skip. So there's one other thing that you can do right after finishing this dialogue with Bastila, or any other dialogue with Bastila. You can try to talk to her. I have my default action set to R. So if I keep trying to press R right after I finish this dialogue,
The duck as Malik. Have you?
I'll get another conversation triggered with her. That skips an entire phase. So I only fought her twice there, but you're supposed to fight her 3 times. So that's just one other thing that you can try to get, that small time save of not having to fight her twice, not having to fight her 3 times, but twice.
Green Squadron, move in.
Green Squadron moving in.
And for all of her conversations, I just keep mashing. Mainly because even if I keep mashing and my persuades work, then she'll join my side. Otherwise, she will try to, or she'll just say, go ahead and kill me because there's no hope for me. Which takes somewhat similar amount of times. Mash through that. Then we got the droids. But don't worry, we don't have to fight them. Alright, as we're walking down this path, keep activating stimulants, because we want to be at our top, our peak, when we fight Malik. And save. Alright, so the first phase is just normal. Get him down below half, maybe about a quarter health. Then he'll zap one of these guys. After he does that, we'll want to attack him for a little bit. Get his health down to about half, or just above half, That's close, so I'm gonna try. There we go. So once he's about that much health, we want to go and zap all the remaining Jedi. He'll keep using force suppression on you, so you don't have active force powers. But that's why we have stems, right? Alright, so now's the final battle. Just keep attacking him. Heal if you need to. And I split right when I kill him. Hooray! It was a sub 3-hour tutorial. And there we go. That is the any percent route for KotOR. Does anyone have any additional questions in the chat?
Admiral Dodonna, we've hit their main orbital stabilizers.
Everyone pull back. I don't want to lose any ships when that space station goes down. We did it, Vandar. The Sith are routed, and the Starforge destroyed.
But at what cost, Admiral? Where is the Ebon Hawk and her crew?
Well, if there aren't any additional questions, then thank you for watching. I hope this tutorial actually really helps.
You have defeated Malik, destroyed the Starforge,
Helps people
and broken the spirit
learn the route.
For this, I am proud to present
For anyone
you
who is
each
actually
the
interested.
Cross of Glory, the highest honor the Republic
If
can bestow.
you have a question that is not answered by this
Coruscant to
tutorial,
the farthest reaches of the
then you might want
outer
to check
rim,
the
you will be known
information,
as the saviors
the document
of
that I
the
have
Republic.
linked in the panels below my channel.
On behalf of the Jedi Council, defenders
And if
of the
there's something there that
and sworn
there's
protectors
something
of the
that's
Republic,
not described there,
I too would like
then
to honor you for your
ask
actions.
me.
We
Just send me a
Jedi
message
now
through
have
Twitch,
another tale
and I'll try to answer it
weave
for
into
you.
The grand history of our eternal order.
And then I'll probably add it to the
redemption
document
of
so that
Revan, the prodigal knight.
people can
Wherever you go,
read that in the
you will be
future.
recognized as the saviors of the galaxy, the heroes of our age. But you must remain ever vigilant.
Yeah, I'll
For one day,
I'll
you
be
may called
highlighting
upon
this
yet again
immediately after
to defend the
I
glory of
stop
the
streaming,
Republic against the tyranny of the dark side.
just so it doesn't go away this time.
Is the destiny of the Jedi.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy KotOR.